Welcome to the post-game press conference. We are joined here by the winning coach, Coach Tim Cohn, and best player of the game, Japet Aguilar. Coach Tim, I'll start with you. Your team came out really strong at the start of the third quarter, but Phoenix made a comeback before you guys were able to recover late. Can you talk about the fighting spirit that your boys showed from that stretch until the final minutes?
Well, I think you have to first talk about the fighting that Phoenix did to get back into the basketball game. R.R. Garcia was incredible. He had like 12 straight points, at least one four-pointer, and he completely turned the game on its by itself. And I thought that we were going to give these guys, our starters, some rest because we had a big lead, and it dissipated in a real hurry due to R.R. And you know, it was like a blink of an eye. I guess that's what the four-point shot can do on a big lead. You hit a couple of four-point shots. That gets the game changed in a hurry. But I thought our guys did a good job of keeping their composure. And once it got to a one-point game, they got back into that mentality of playing, you know, possession by possession and focusing in on the defense. And we were able to make another run. Ironically, with Justin off the floor. So that was showed some really good character at that point.
Coach, you mentioned the mentality of your players. They admitted that they're still trying to find the right balance given the new pieces on your team. But after finally winning back-to-back games, can you talk about their growth so far heading into the second round?
Yeah, I mean, we're showing some progress, and but you know, is the progress enough to beat the elite teams like you know, San Miguel in our division and Rain or Shine who beat us up the first time around? We're going to find those things out in the second round. But the key for us is that we've got a couple of games that we've won together, and hopefully we can keep that momentum going into the next round. We're playing, I guess, Blackwater next, who's won 3 in a row and who beat us up in our last game. So it's going to be still a great challenge going forward.
Thank you, Coach. Japet, great performance, 31 points. Anong masasabi mo? Kasi exclusively center na yung nilalaro mo ngayon mula nung nawala si Sistan. At ngayon, isa ka na sa mga veterano, nakakapag-deliver ka pa rin para sa team.
I'm just trying to focus on my role. Always thinking about how I can get better. For a couple of games, my defense was really not good, and I was focusing more on the game plan on defense, and we were able to. I'm happy we got this one.
This guy is so hard on himself. He has a game like he has today, and he's still complaining that he did something wrong.
No.
But this guy is so hard on himself, and even when he plays awesome, he still finds things to pick about himself. So it's amazing.
Thank you, Coach. Thank you, Japet. We now open the floor for questions from our friends from the press.
I think by the way, let's see if they have a question for you first.
Japet, yung nung nawala si Christian, parang paano mo tinanggap yung bigger role mo kasi dati palitan kayo ngayon, parang ikaw na lang and Isaac. So paano mo tinanggap yung bigger role na yun?
Actually, it's not just me. It's really all of the new guys in the team. Yung sa akin lang, I just really have to focus on my role. I know I'm gonna play more minutes, and I'm just trying to be honest, I'm the only one who is big there, so I'm just really trying to, you know, use some of my advantage. So, and yeah, it's I'm happy with the new guys because they're taking the challenge also. So.
Japet, parang bumalik sa medyo mas batang Japet yung mga scoring performance mo, nakaka-20 ka. Ano bang meron ngayon aside from yun more minutes?
I'm really just trying to focus on on offense. I'm just really work on the spots where I can I can take some good shots. So in our offense, really, our team is about ball movement, people movement. So that's all I'm focused on offense. And
Japet. Okay, go. You can go.
thank you, coach.
Thanks, bud. I'll finish it off. If you want me to, I can add to that what he said. All right. Yeah, it's a big adjustment for Jap. Japadores was like he had. I've said this previously. He had Greg with him when I first came to the team. When he was with Greg was there. Greg Slaughter was with him, and then Christian became. So he was always like the Robin to the Batman, and now he's finally getting an opportunity to be the Batman, and with Isaac it's now kind of more like his Robin, and so he's really taking advantage of it, and it's a big adjustment for him because the minutes are going up, the touches are going up, the expectations for him defensively is also going up, so it's a big adjustment for him, and he's done a really good job doing it so far, and I'm excited for him. I mean, he's putting up, dare I say, MVP numbers at this point, through this first round. He's been very, very consistent all the way through this first round. So he's doing a great job of getting to his spots, as he said, and we're finding him, and he's taking advantage of mismatches on the floor, and so he's been playing wonderfully.
Coach, while we're in the topic of Japeth, you've been with him in Ginebra, also in Gilas. You've been with him a lot of times. But can you talk about just how he gets better with age, maybe? And he's not getting any younger, but he's still, as you said, putting up MVP numbers. So what's your thoughts on his progression as he grows older?
I've never seen a 37-year-old player retain their athleticism like Japeth has. I mean, he's still an incredible athlete, and that makes him almost like a freak of nature to be able to play at that athletic level still here at 37 years old. And even when we were in the OQT, there we go, right? OQT. Even when we were in the OQT, he was like the most athletic big man in the whole OQT. There was no one who was more athletic than him. Maybe the kid from Brazil, maybe, but I don't think so. And again, he was 37 years old. So he's really amazing that he's able to keep his body and do the things that he's still able to do. That's why it wasn't, it wasn't that huge of a stretch for us to move him into the main position because he still is playing at a high level. And sometimes you didn't get a chance to see that all the time because he was sharing time with Greg and Christian in the past. Now he's got that position open all to himself. So he's really showing everybody, who he is and how well he can play.
Coach, you also mentioned earlier about the contenders in this Group B and how, you guys still have some work to do in order to face them again. Earlier, we talked to George King, and he said he's excited to face Ginebra again. So your thoughts on facing Blackwater the second time around, and what do you guys think you guys need to improve on before that game?
This is the first time in many years that we've actually had a chance to play somebody twice in the eliminations, right? I mean, this is really a different feel for us. We haven't really felt like this before. Usually you're one and done with the team, and then you might see them in the playoffs. But now we get a chance to kind of go back and forth at each other, and I think that's exciting. I think that's actually more exciting when one team is beating another team and the other team has to come back and play them. I think that makes it exciting. So obviously, it's a big game for both of us, opening up this second round for Blackwater and us. They've won 3 games in a row. We've been able to put 2 in a row. So the storyline is very good coming into this basketball game. They really handled us well. And it wasn't a fluke, as you can see. Everybody was saying it was a fluke when they first beat us, but now they've beaten everybody else they played too. And you can actually say it's not a fluke that they beat us. They beat us sound, and they outplayed us, they out-hustled us. And we're going to have to put a better game together to have a chance against them this come around. George King's a great player. He really is. He's a great player.
That ends our post-game press conference. Thank you, everyone. Congratulations, Coach.
Thank you.